Hello everyone, this is Caleb Simpson and you're watching my Let's Play for Mindustry, or Mindustry, however you want to pronounce that. This is a fun game where we gather resources and build towers and defend against incoming waves of enemies, etc. Lots of fun stuff. So we're continuing on. This is the third video of the series, and I am continuing on with the campaign. So we completed the tutorial in Ground Zero, and then went to the second level, which is Frozen Forest. So now we're moving on to the Desert Wastes, and I have unlocked a bunch of cool new tech from the last video. Primarily a couple interesting things that we can't even really use incinerators and melters yet. We need some more resources before we can do that. But interesting things that we've got silicone, the ability to craft silicone. I think we may even unlocked that last time. I think it just cost copper and lead. Yeah, it does, but I needed sand. I didn't have sand in the last mission. Anyways, we're going to try and get silicone this time. I have pneumatic drills, which take graphite to make, but they're better than our old mechanical drills, so I'm going to be doing that as soon as possible. We also got the pyrite mixer. Now, I probably will not do this. We'll see. It takes a lot of coal, so we'll see. I think this next mission actually has a very, like a big deficit of coal. There's not a lot, so I don't know if I can do that for this mission. That's about super it. I have the alpha mech pad that requires power, though, so I might do that. Now, I do have the hail, though. Now, hail is awesome. This guy does require... I probably won't be able to do this. We'll see. If I can fill up on silicone, I might just load this up with silicone instead. Hails are amazing. The other thing I could do is I could build arcs, but this requires power. Again, power requires that I have burned coal for now, so I might not be able to do that even. So I'm going to be using duos with lead. I'll use scatters with scrap, ideally. Otherwise, I'll use lead. Or yeah, sorry, copper. Copper with the duos, lead with a scatter for anti-air, and then maybe I'll use silicone for homing bullets with a ranged sniper tower. We'll see how that works. That's my plan here. I don't think there's anything else super exciting otherwise that happened here. I have drog miner factories, but they're not really all that great. I'd actually rather not use them because they take power, and my power is kind of precious. So anyways, here we go. This mission has some coal. It has a lot of sand. Now, this is the first mission I have sand on. One notable thing about this before we jump into any of these missions is to see what the levels are like. So, upcoming levels, I need to reach wave 20 to unlock the next level after this. So this one's actually the next level. So, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and then level 6 is either one of these two. Basically, you can go either way. This one requires wave 60 completed in the level I'm about to do, which is really high. We'll see how this works. If I'm doing pretty good, I'll just skip a whole bunch. It depends. What I'm going to try and do is get to silicone as soon as possible, and we will then destroy things. It'll be wonderful. Wow, that's awkward. This little... Can't break that either. That's weird. I don't know that they had that last time. Okay. Okay. Doesn't like this at all. I know, it's rough. The copper, right in the copper. I know, you're feeling it. You're feeling it. Life is good, you can do it. I believe in you, copper. Wave 1's gonna start, like, real shortly. I think I'm gonna have to do this. I can't do this the way I'm doing it right now. It's just awful. I might have to, like, even... I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Okay. I have to go defend. This mission, I think, if I remember correctly, it just goes. There's just stuff attacking all the time. Ooh, they changed the shape of this. What the heck? It's totally different than it was a minute ago. What's down here? This looks like an awesome place to defend. I like it. So unfortunately, they have all this coal in their base. I can't go in here. I don't actually know what this new unit is. I saw it a little bit ago, too. Okay, so what do we do? I'm paused real quick. I have a bunch of copper coming to base now. So what I'm going to do is just make a bunch of walls. Boo. Hopefully I'm going to funnel them over the other way. So what I'm trying... I need that coal, like, really bad. So what I'm going to try and do is... I want to get them to... walk away from me. I could either use this. Oh, that's dangerous right there, though. I could either use this. I feel like this is too close to this. I don't really like that. But this is empty. There's nothing in here. So this is a perfect place to put a bunch of towers. Like, really, really good. In fact, if I do like that, actually, I think, remember correctly, it's actually the other way around. I want to do it like, what I ideally want to do is I want to make them walk towards this way, but I want to make them zigzag. because I can use that to my advantage. I could just do this. It's just, the problem is that they're going to focus fire this down. I could do multiple rows, though. Oh, the copper feels. I need that copper. The beginning is always like this. So hopefully they'll come this way and not go top left. Now, I'm the only one that's doing any damage right now. Oh, gosh, that scared me. Sound effects. Silence and then sound effects. I might add some music to my video after the fact. There's a lot of copper here. Like, it's just in weird locations. Yeah, they changed the shape of this mission, like, a lot. That's so weird. Like, did they... Man, like, I just did this Let's Play. Like, I just did this mission, or these missions a little bit ago. Oh, sweet. I was able to cancel just one. Yay! Like, in the last little videos, whatever, it was, it would reset it every time, actually. Nice! Hey, I could change it! Hey, I could change it before it got done! Last time I had... this UI is so much better. I'm happy. They did so many little improvements. That's cool. I'm really excited that I'm, like, seeing all these quality of life improvements, like, live, I guess. Well, live in a sense. I'm experiencing it live. You're going to see this after I've already posted it or whatever. So let's get more copper. Next wave is soon. Yeah, look at that, dude. I can just... Oh, dude, that's so good. I can just change it right away. So I need graphite for the next drill. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's, I need some copper going up to the base. I guess I'll do it over here somewhere. I can't do this because I don't have lead. I'm going to build a bridge across this. I tried. Okay, we got copper. Dude, that's awesome. Oh, it feels so good. The feels. I'm feeling it now. Oh, I'm in love. Bring me copper. Bring me copper now. I just want to complete this. I'm so close. Oh, it's so nice. It just feels good. Like I can click and then stop and then change it. Like before I had to cancel my whole route and redo it. This feels good. Like it actually like is logical. It makes sense. I like logic, you know? Oh gosh, that scared me. Again, there's no like music. This music, actually now the song just started, but there's no music normally for a lot of this because they're still adding it. Which I guess that's exciting too. Like the stuff's just gonna keep adding, keep being added. That's how I should phrase that. Okay, so here's my big plan: is I'm going to place routers, place some duos. This is gonna be painful because they each cost 35 copper. Oh, let's just make a couple. Maybe I'll wait until this next wave comes, and then I will leave and go get more copper to the base because this is painful doing this. Oh, that feels nice though. Like the building is a lot nicer now. A lot more user-friendly than it was just a second ago. That's exciting though. Like, I don't know. I'm happy. That makes me curious, like, what else is he going to add then? I mean, I don't know. I was already pretty happy with this game, but like, no, I'm very happy all of a sudden. We're going to have to replace some of these with menders at some point too. See if I can blow these guys up before they ever get to the base. Oh. They don't actually do that much damage, so that's fine. Okay. In fact, actually, it's kind of, you know, actually, that's kind of an interesting point. If it's just like suicidal guys at the beginning, maybe I could just have walls, you know? They're not going to run, because they're suicide as soon as they touch my wall. And... Yeah. You know, I think I can do this. Let's just... Oh, it's so beautiful. I can just draw. Oh, it was so awkward. I had to use a scroll wheel to change it every time I wanted to. Not like every time. I had to do it like this. I'll show what I had to do before. So I'd have to like rotate it up. I could like drag like this, drag like that, and then drag like this. But if I wanted to be like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm just making it more confusing. Is it bad to just do this? Will it even fit? We'll see. Do I need lead? I need lead for an inverted... Let's see what this says. No, it doesn't have a description here either. What does it do? I have no idea what this is. The pneumatic drill takes graphite. Well, graphite press takes lead. Okay, yeah, I do need lead. I have to have lead first. Nope. Okay. Okay. Is this good now? Like, let's see what's going on up here. Oh, they haven't even gotten here yet. These are the blow-up guys, little kamikaze people. Then that's an attacker, or a shooting dude. I was just guessing at the timing on that. How nasty are these yet? Are they nasty enough to blow them up pretty good? Boom. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm gonna ignore it for a while. Defense is fine. Okay, get the lead. Get that lead. I'm gonna move this over though, so that I have room to craft something here. I don't even know. I'll probably do silicone or something. In fact, like I don't know that I really need... I'll probably make another conveyor for copper. Like, let's do like this. What I was going to do is put a distributor there, but I need lead to make a distributor. So I can't do that. Bloop. Bloop. Yeah, I'm gonna need to fix this, make it a little bit nicer. This is unacceptable. That's probably a little bit better, so that won't see it as bottlenecking over here and stuff in multiple places. Bottlenecking here, so this should clear it up, so it shouldn't have that problem anymore. Let's just boom. I really just want to see what does it do. So if I go boom, 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 oops, whatever, like that. Oops. Oh, stop it. I didn't mean to do that. And it's set to copper. It is. Okay, so it sends it right. What happens if I set it to lead? Okay, so sure enough. Well, wait a second. What does that do? Okay, yeah, you set it to copper, and it goes left and right. And then everything else goes through. That's what I thought. That's what it sounded like what the description was. Or yeah, that was what I thought in my head when I said inverted sorter. Okay, great. That's wonderful. I need coal real bad. Every scrap of coal I can on this mission. This mission does not have like any coal at all. Coal. Unfortunately, it's like offset. Let's do it the other way around. So I have more. There's like not a lot of room to get through here. So do that. Boom. Boom. Okay, so this is bringing all the coal here. All the coals. There is no coal near my base, right? Zoom out. Is this coal or is this just rock? Yeah, it's just a sand on top, or a rock on top of the sand. Okay, what other coal do we have? Actually, there's like nothing. There's just this big old patch over here. That's it, right? I don't see anything else other than that big old patch over here that I'm drooling over. And then we can bridge, conveyor. Okay. Oh, this is such a beautiful thing. I can just draw. I have to click repeatedly. So what I'm doing is I like click, release, click, release, click, release, click, release. It's just things like this. This is awkward. So I click down. Normally what I'd have to do is I'd have to like do this, then I have to wait for it to finish building, and then I could turn it. Now I can just click and go, and it just automatically starts turning. Ah, it's such a nice little, it's one of the little nuances about this game that was a little annoying before. That's like, works perfectly now. Like, it just feels nice. It feels logical. So it's like, yeah. So I'm happy. There's a lot of copper. Do I need more copper? Like, I don't know. There's more copper here if I really want it. Where's the best way to get down here? I think I should probably just tie it in with it. Honestly, yeah, I should. I should just... Okay, that's better. Boom. All coal.
Bring me your coal.
It's beautiful. So much beauty. Okay, let's... Got coal here now. Coal's great. Coal is love. Coal is life. Now, at this point, I need graphite, I need silicone, and I need this too. Kiln is easy though. I can make that anywhere. I'll do that later. I just need graphite to even build it. So we need both of these things. Silicone requires sand and coal to make silicone. Let's make it way down here somewhere. Or, well, I don't know. We'll make one station here, one station down there. I was just trying to have all the coal kind of in roughly the same area as what I was trying to do. Just put it along the edge though too, so it's out of the way. That way I have a lot of room to like build some crafting stations here or something. What I'm going to do is build a distributor, and then what we can do is go like this. That way it'll evenly split everything nicely. The reason that a distributor is cool is in case I have more inputs later. Well, I guess there's no reason I would. Oh, wait. Coal. Coal. Yes. Yes. So we have coal. It's going to distribute things places. So graphite, there's no reason I'm going to use it anywhere else. Silicone requires coal and sand. Kiln requires lead and sand. So I don't need graphite's only going to be used in the base. So that being said, I'm just going to have it over here somewhere. This would be great. I just don't want it to. I just want to be able to just place it and forget about it. I don't want to have to worry about it after this. So again, distributor. Go boom. Boom, boom. So distributor, what this does is you have inputs going into it, and then it just spits everything out evenly. I feel like I don't have enough coal to even support this time around, though. So maybe we'll just do 3, and then I need to have it not touch this, unfortunately. I'm not really going to have a lot of inputs, but I guess I only have 3 more resources. Or yeah, I have graphite, silicone, and metal glass. Meta glass, excuse me. Meta glass. It's totally meta, if you know what I'm saying. I just feel like I always run out of room, so that's why I'm doing this. It's just a little bit excessive, but Okay. Coal. It does things. I feel like this coal is like, it's just not great. Once I start getting graphite though, I can start upgrading all my drills, and I'm definitely going to upgrade coal first. That's my highest priority. I really don't have that much lead too either. I need to, let's do a bridge across here, and then this will go like that. And then you things will go like this. There we go. I'm just trying to route as much of this copper down here as I can. So that's great. This will keep this from overloading. These might spit out onto this a little bit. Looks like they're not though. Looks like they're going on the left, which is kind of cool. So I'll add more copper at some point. So lead. Likewise, what I'm thinking I'm going to do. Let's do this. I'm just getting rid of one of those. So I can do this. Boom, boom, and boom. So that I can have a second copper, or a second lead vein. And I realize I sacrificed one of my... This is a 4 amount of copper or whatever. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to have... I have more copper up to the north. By the way, it's wave 10. I should probably see what the racket is up here. Do I have air units, by the way? No. These guys are, like, not hurting at all. Although, this thing's about to die. Oh. Wow, did it hurt a lot because I was in the middle of crafting it? Is that what just happened? Weird. Okay, that's good to know, I guess. I needed to build more of these anyways, so let's just do that real quick. Cost copper, but so what? Okay, I thought there was a big chunk of lead somewhere around here, right? There's copper. Speaking of which, let's just do that. By the way, oh, pneumatic.
Oh, yes.
This will increase the drill speed by a lot.
Yes. I like.
It takes graphite, though. It's unhappy. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I know. The graphite's, like, empty. Okay, maybe I should come back to this in a little bit. But here's the thing. I'm really working on, like, drills. That's what I'm doing. Fine. Cancel. Cancel. No. I was trying to cancel that building, not... It's kind of weird because it was replacing a building. Whatever, we'll do that because it's copper for now. Irritation. See, honestly, it doesn't really matter how fast the copper is drilling, as long as it's, like, if there's enough to fill up 2+ conveyor belts total of copper, just total, in the whole map, then I'm good. I don't have to replace the drills. All this copper get added onto this feed. What we're going to do is add a distributor here. There we go. So we'll just spit it out a little more evenly on these. Boom, there we go. More copper. Okay, I'm kind of, like, somewhat hurting for lead. Not, like, super hurting. Okay, got 68 graphite. You know what that means, right?
You are going to be drills.
How much graphite do I have? 18? You know what that means, right? Somewhere. You. Be better drills. And you. You are also going to be better drills. You can do it. Give me more. So here's the thing, too. All these guys that I replace end up becoming... They're all becoming graphite. So I'm low on graphite right now. It doesn't matter. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at my throughput here. That's amazing. Okay. So where is this clogging up here? It's not really. It is down here. So we go like this. Bloop. Distributor. And the reason for this, again, is just to evenly distribute it between here and the other crafting station I'm going to make. It's actually going to all clog up down here, probably. But just make sure that it doesn't have any plugs along the way. That's actually a lot of coal. Me likes. Okay. What does my defense look like? OP. That's what it looks like. See, the reason these are dying isn't really so much because they're getting... Well, I don't know, because it counts the same. Air units! Where are you at? Erg. Okay, so they have air now, so I need to start having scatterers. You know, let's get rid of these instead. That's perfect. I wasn't really planning that, but that worked out. I don't know, I don't know if the air always comes this way, or if they go other places too. They're gonna get blown up though. So I'm going through my lead like crazy. You can see it in the bottom right corner, showing the cost of this. My lead is getting consumed. So I'm gonna run out here real shortly. So they are destroying this, which is unfortunate. I don't know that I have the coal. Well, this time it looks like my coal is doing pretty good, but the thing is I need to make silicone too, so I don't really want to sacrifice too much on combustion this time around. Combustion meaning combustion power, which is burning coal. I don't want to burn too much coal, otherwise I'll be unhappy. Graphite. No, 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 no. And this graphite too. Or whatever. This lead. It's gonna destroy my lead again. Absolutely destroy it. Oh gosh, the lead. Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I need more lead to the base. I'm planning to. I'm gonna make an overflow valve here. So if this is full, it'll just, all the lead will go to the base instead. Stop. How do I cancel? Pause building. E. Okay, great. Well, resume building. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It still does it in a queue. I wish I could change the queue somehow. Okay, now what we do here is go overflow gate. Maybe I'll put an overflow gate like back here somewhere. So you say overflow gate. Well, not there. I guess I can't do that. All right, I think I figured out how to not destroy something if I'm paused anyways. Overflow gates. I figured out how not to destroy things. It's not really the statement you want to hear from people usually. I think I finally figured out how to not blow everything up. Like, well, I have a lot of faith in you. I don't know. More. And now we'll just tie it into this. Maybe. This has more lead than everything else I've done so far. So see how this goes. I'm thinking what I'll do actually is I'll make it go behind distributor, just to make sure that it's happy through all this. So again, what's going to happen is this is going to fill up all the ammo for all these things, and once it gets full, it's going to start sending this to base. So I'll have tons and tons of coal, and that will allow me to make more scatters. I always want to say scatterers. Oh, whoa, hey, look at it, like... Wait, what? It's showing me where they died before. That's interesting. Look at that. It showed like a faint ghost to where the ghost of wall passed. So I'm already on wave 16. Supposedly I'm trying to hang out until wave 60. Ideally would be the best thing in the world. You know, it looks like I can totally support more for now. But I need to start working on silicone and stuff too. I need to just like do that. I just stopped doing other things. My coal and my lead production is great. I have some graphite. It's not like the greatest, but I need to start doing that. Nah, let's just keep it low. Silicone I'm not going to use anywhere else, I don't think. I can always route it back if I need to. But I am going to like do like this though, so I have lots and lots of room. I just want to make sure there's no issues. I might even just drill sand over here. Let's do that too. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sand. New content unlocked. That's just like a information panel basically that just says what sand does. It doesn't actually matter too much for me, I guess. Can I do like this? And how much does that take up? Unfortunately, it's very close to the... I can't do this because it'll put it on the copper belt. What I can do is I can move these up, though. I can go like this and then put it back down, which is kind of weird. But that will allow me to destroy all these. And then I can make more drills here if I want. I wish I had like buttons like this is 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. I don't know. Just to switch. This is like constantly clicking on these tabs and clicking on these is kind of a pain. Okay. I'll probably end up making a second conveyor of sand here in a little bit to help this throughput of this. So now I have sand. Sand is easy. So sand is any of this dark sand. It says in the bottom right corner, sand, dark sand, sand. So anything that looks like these, I can drill sand on. If there's a single thing of anything else, like this has copper on it, if I built a drill right here, it would be copper instead, and it wouldn't drill sand at all. I need coal, sand, and I also need power. So power, I need to burn some coal to get power to supply this. Now, there's a little trick here, which is pretty neat. So check this out. You know how... Did I even show this in the last mission? I don't think I did. Okay, so there's this little trick that I've learned. I think supposedly there's a way to do this with overflow gates that's a little bit fast. Overflow gates and sorters somehow. I have heard about people, my friend was telling me about it, but I haven't actually figured out how that works yet. But here's one of the ways that I found to do this. This isn't necessarily the most efficient way to do this. However, it is very potent. Okay, check this out. So here's the deal. Silicone smelting, you need sand and coal to go into it, but also anything next to it, like a conveyor belt or a router right next to it, it'll spit silicone onto it. So you need to be careful. So doing like this, it'll try and put stuff onto it. Does that make sense? So it's going to try and spit stuff onto this. So I need to be careful as far as inputs. If I put like a router here, for example, it'll try and put silicone in this router, which will break what I'm about to do. So instead, I have to have an input for sand and for coal. Now I could do a bunch of shenanigans and like a bunch of routers and go all over the place and stuff like that, or like go over here, try and route it 3 ways, and then send it over here, and then do like, I could do this weird like giant design of all these conveyor belts going everywhere. But here's a little trick that I learned, or that I figured out, is you can do like this. Now what this does, this is alternating routers and junctions. Now let me explain how this works. All the coal split in 2, so it's sending half of it this way, half of it this way. Currently this one's just bottleneck because it's not doing anything, but let's take half of this and go into this one, and take half of it and go into this one. And then we route it right here. So this is already half of the total amount of coal that I have. So I'm splitting it in half and I'm sending it here. Now what happens is, so check this out. So this is part of this section, whatever. So it goes, the coal goes into this router, and then the router says, okay, go north and south. In fact, actually, I don't even need this one. I can get rid of it. It says go south and go north and go forward. So it just goes, splits all the different directions. So it's going to go over here, goes into this junction. Anything in a junction just keeps going left and right or up and down. So coal touches this, it keeps going this way, and it goes into the smelter. It goes to this side, and it continues on through the junction, hits this router spits it out over here, and also goes north. Then it goes through this junction, and it spits it out to the left and also goes up. And then it goes through here, and it hits this router, and the only place it can go is this way. Now the other thing that's cool is, much like I showed the ammo in some of the last videos, how I have like multiple inputs of copper or whatever, but I have a bunch of routers. It tries to go left or right based on, or in this case up and down. It tries to go up and down. So if this fills up, then it'll start pushing this way. If this guy fills up, it'll start pushing this way. So it doesn't matter which way is currently full, it'll just evenly distribute everything. But anyways, so just watch what happens to the coal. So right now it's filling up all these junctions and routers, and then it starts evenly distributing it amongst all of them, and it'll fill it all up. Right now it's not powered on, so it's gonna just start bottling up really quick. So it did this one first, because that's where I had the most of it, and it's going to do this one, then it's going to fill up these. So it is prioritizing this one and this one is the ones it's going to fill up first, just like with the ammo, how it prioritizes the one closest to the router that I'm first putting it into, and does the ones on the end last. By evenly distributing it like this first, though, I'm guaranteeing... Actually, let's do this real quick, just to use this coal as opposed to wasting it. Then we'll take sand and do the same thing. So you go like this. I'm going to junction across... And then we'll do, I guess, like this. Oops. Actually, sorry. Router. Apologizing to the game. I'm sorry, game. Okay, let me go into this one. So you just have to alternate which one you're going into, and it'll evenly distribute it everywhere. So the junction allows us to pass through. This router splits the sand, and it sends it both ways. Now, something I can do, though, is I think I have too much sand production for this, so what I can do is go like this, and then junction, and then, which is fine. Sand is easy. Like, it's this pneumatic drill, it costs a lot of graphite to build, but then after that it doesn't matter at all. So I can do something like this, actually. Check this out. So now all of this sand goes up, all of this sand goes to the bottom one, and as long as this stays pretty full all the time, I'm fine. Otherwise, I can just add more, like this. That's why I moved this conveyor earlier. So that's great. Like, look at that. Look at that amount of production. It's like beautiful. So as long as this stays full all the time, this is going to be really, really efficient. So next, we need power for this silicone. So we go boom, boom, boom. Nope, nope. Don't build that. Don't do it. Do it like this. Okay, so check this out. There's all this coal coming in here. Actually, this is like, seems like it's bottlenecking, isn't it? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit more coal, because coal. I could use more coal. Yes. Convey. Well, I don't know if it matters. Conveyor, whatever. And the deal is these inputs. See, like if you look at it, you can see the bridge is trying to put stuff onto this, so it goes into this, but it might try to spit it out there. It doesn't matter though. It's the same stuff. What I will do though is do a junction here so that this flow goes on there. There we go. So now we're distributing a little more evenly, so it's not bottleneck. This was all full all the way back up here. So this should make it a little bit better. So once this gets unloaded a little bit, I think it'll stop this problem. We'll see though. I might have to make the second thing all the way back here. Everything's still great over here. These waves come so fast. Like, I haven't really... The total game time on this mission has been really low. Look at all that lead I got. So lead's doing pretty good. It is actually sending it to the base, which is great. I kind of need more lead, honestly. I'm kind of surprised by that. I guess I am building a lot of construction. I've been paused a lot, though. So there's that. Is there any more lead, honestly? I don't see any. Huh. I think I used all the resources on the map. Okay, whatever. Well, just whenever they're not attacking air, they're sending lead my way. It's fine. Okay, so I got the ruinous shores. That's the first thing I had to do. So I can leave now. I'm doing totally fine. Like, I'm not worried about it. I actually want to keep going because I want to power all these. How much does silicone cost to run? Costs 30 power. A generator, combustion generator, generates 60. So I need 2 of these to power all of that. So now what's happening is this is going into, it's distributing it here and here evenly, and it's also distributing it evenly here and here. Now this can only consume so much coal per second, but this is each generating 60. So this should supply power to the silicone. Yeah, look at that. In fact, that's almost like, it almost can't quite handle the production. Okay, let's do this. Alright, so what I just did is oops. Okay, what I just did is I made it so that this guy, I can just destroy this, who cares? I guess I'll still show it just to explain. So this, I didn't want the drill to put copper onto this conveyor belt. Because in case I get full of copper, actually I only have 1k copper, I could use a lot more. I'm actually like low on everything. You know what I should do? I should replace all my lead things. That's what I should do. Wow, this is so full. Bloop, 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 bloop. That's the sound it makes. There's a song, I think it's TFK? 1,000 Foot Crust, Rock Fist. And the sound goes, part of the song is, that's the sound when the rock hits, ooh, ooh, and it has this big bass line. So sometimes, like when I'm with friends or brothers or whatever, they'll be like, they'll say that, they'll quote that. They'll be like, that's the sound it makes. And then they'll be like, that's the sound when the rock hits, ooh, ooh. So it's funny. Okay. This copper is plugged, so we're going to distribute through here. Bloop. Yay, it helps to actually have it not plugged if you're gonna try and do something like this. Great. Okay, so lead production is looking pretty healthy. What's my status on everything? So I have silicone now. Silicone's great. So my goal for this mission really is to get as much silicone as possible and to get to wave 60 ideally. Now I think I'm actually fine. I think I'm blowing everything up, so I think I'm just gonna wait. It's interesting that it shows the silhouette. Is there something I can do with the silhouettes to like click it and rebuild the base just based on what I had before? It'd be kind of cool. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna... It seems like my copper production is just bad up here. Oh, what is that? Oh, right, I was gonna build a bridge a long time ago. Once upon a time, I was gonna have a bridge. There you go, look at that. Whee! So happy. Let's replace all these. Bloop, 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 bloop. They sound like fish, don't they? Bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah, there we go. Perfect configuration. So this, I think this is doing fine for air. I don't think I need any more scatters than that. I always want to call them scatter shot, which I guess technically isn't really all that inaccurate. Yay! Yay duos! Can I do like this instead? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's fine. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't know how most people load ammo. This just seems like the most efficient thing to me. It's just awesome. Okay. Boom. And then more duos. Trying to make it insane. Like, so here's the thing, too. At this point, I can load these up with graphite and stuff, too, as better ammo. But I don't know that it matters. Like, this pwned so hard last time that it's fine. So I don't see a need to do that. I guess I could. I could bridge across. That's kind of silly though. I don't want to though. I'll just do this. This will be fine. The only thing that's weird about that is it will try to like prioritize this, basically, the back ones, which is fine. But then I wanted to go through the middle because it'll load these guys up, which is great. I want to make sure that these get really full. It's gonna be so much firepower. Boom. Oh yeah, and I increased my copper by a lot. Look at that. Super happy. So now another fun fact. So I do have arcs. Now arcs are splash damage. I don't know that it matters. This is all single target, but it's it just blows up. It's copper. It's so cheap. Like it doesn't matter. This is so inexpensive for what I'm trying to do. Yeah. This is disgusting. Like how powerful this is. This is bottlenecking. That's what I thought. I was looking at it going, you know, this doesn't seem all that great. Okay, so what this will do is it evens that out a lot more. Wow, it's like still full. Well, for now, once that stops. There you go. Now it's not being nuts. Great. Okay. Ooh, oh gosh. Fix that. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to have some scatters over here because just in case. I don't actually think air even comes over here, but I want to make sure it's not a problem. Okay, air went over that way just a second ago. I think I'm out of lead. Oh, I'm out of copper. Really, I used all my copper. Man, do I really need more copper going to the base? Like, that just surprises me. Fine.
Intense music.
I guess I'm building a lot of conveyors and stuff though, so that does take a lot of copper. My base is like, oh. I think this is fine. Like, this defense is pretty darn powerful. The one thing that I kind of want though, is I do want some menders here to restore these. Like, how much does this blow up? Like, it takes a lot of copper though, but do I care? Like, copper's free. These still don't have copper in them. If I, like, blow up one of these, the remake. Sometimes I notice when I build a big old swath of these, sometimes it doesn't actually feed. There we go. See, now this is feeding, I think. Yeah, see, now these are feeding. Are these suddenly going to get copper now? See, it's acting like it's not going in. I wonder if, like, some of these are broken. Yeah, see, now this is getting copper. That has copper. But it's kind of nasty, so I don't know. Just costs copper. Who cares about copper? Okay, so I think, honestly, if I have just a couple menders, I'll be really, really good. How is the status on these guys? I'm still burning stuff to even supply these. Here's the thing, though. Watch these. When I hover over them, see, like, it's lacking in the bottom right. You're looking at the copper, or the coal. So the coal is suddenly just not being produced at all. So I'm, like, my amount of, this is going down. By the way, what's my... I have more silicone than I have graphite. These are probably having the same problem, aren't they? Yeah. So the problem is, graphite takes 2 per 2 coal per 1 graphite. Silicone, meanwhile, takes 1, I think. Yeah, you can hover over it and see 1 coal. So this is actually more efficient as far as the amount of coal. It takes more sand, but sand is free. Like, this costs graphite to build, but then it's just like pumping sand out like crazy. I overdid the sand on purpose just because it's easy. Like, whatever. I'm just guaranteeing that this is always full. I'd rather have this just be like pumping it out like crazy and have this completely full than ever having to worry about it again. Can I click inside the router and see how many's inside it? No. That'd be really cool if you could, like, if it's got something in there, like it's got silicone in it and you don't want it to be there, you could drag it onto your person instead. That'd be sweet. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's not really sweet. It's kind of a pain, but just that you have the option of doing that rather than destroying it, you know? That's too bad. I wish there was more coal. There is no more coal. Copper for days. We'll never run out of copper. Say, like to here. Make this bridge across right there. There we go. So now all these are actually... See, that's what it is. It's because this is bridging across right here. So it's all these top ones. I have them going here. And they bridged across, and they were going onto this belt. But now I have them going into this bridge, so now they're going over here. What is going on here? These are just still trying real hard. They just really want... There we go. Yeah, good job. Cool, so that increased my copper production. Still, like, surprised I'm running out of lead and stuff. I guess I've just been pausing a lot, though. We're on wave 29. These waves come real fast. They're only like 30 seconds apart or something for a lot of these, I think. Something like that. I haven't really been paying attention. If I can get some menders up here, that'd be pretty cool. I'll have to destroy some of these, but I don't care. It's fine. It's worth it. The problem is that takes coal, and coal takes away from my other resources. So, but I think I'm going to have it in order to have a good defense to survive. Ideally, I will survive until wave 60, which is kind of intense. Another thing I could do is I could send silicone all the way over here and just have at least a few waves, or sorry, not waves, hails, excuse me, hail towers, which is the sniper towers. I don't think I really need... They are awesome. They're actually one of my favorite towers. They're super good. But my silicone's precious. The whole point of this is I'm trying to, like, am I lacking in damage? And the answer is no. My damage is insane over here. The problem is just, like, my towers are dying. Or my, these things are dying. So I don't feel like sacrificing, whatever it's called. Sacrifice one of these. Bloop. Okay, and now... Oh, do I have positive power? Wait, really? Why do I have... Oh, because they don't have enough coal to support the silicone production. Right. Okay, if the coal was in here more efficiently, it would actually be consuming power more often. I might just get rid of one of these temporarily. Boom. We'll just guarantee that these are always full. This will fill up with coal first for a little bit, so once this is totally bottled up, then it'll be supplied all the time. Anyways, that'll be a more consistent amount of power at that point. Yeah, look at that. So that gives me more than enough power all the time. It's not fluctuating quite as bad. So that it costs 18 apiece, I think it is, for menders. Wait, a message? Does this cost power? No. Stores message, useful for communication between allies. There we go. Yeah! It'd be cool to have some, like, overlapping heals. I think this is close enough that this will heal this one, too. So... And then have, like, one more over here. What's my power look like? Oh, yeah, I got power for days. More air units? Is that what just happened? They just blew up. They were thought about attacking. Didn't end well for them. This wall... Okay, this just happened right now. How fast is this healing? Not good enough. Now, where's all the damage anyways? Is there a lot over here? Or, let's put it right in the middle. Why not? It's too bad, like, I wish I could scooch these all up a little bit. I guess I could do, like... this. That just feels like it's going to take more damage there, but the reason I'm doing that is so I can do this. How's my power? Negative power. Actually, way negative. Alright, I'll burn one more coal. I don't want to. But, you know. Things happened. Okay. There's more power, so I'm consuming one more whole coal. I just want to make sure this defense is, like, good. Premium. I could have one more, I think, effectively, and still have those silicones be great. Another thing I could do is destroy one of my graphite production places. So I don't currently have any healing on the left side at all, so that could be a problem. Could be a problem. I don't necessarily think it is a problem. I'm just saying it could be. Unfortunately, these don't have more range. If they did, I would make a whole nother row of towers. Later, you get bigger menders, and they're awesome. They have a really wide range. Their range is actually very similar to this, actually, the duo towers. So if you have a couple of them in front, they're 2x2 squares, though they're fat. So you get bigger menders, and you toss a couple in the front, and they just like do this whole defense. I feel like I have to do this over here. I don't really want to, but I feel like I need to. Let's maybe do this just in case. I think that was some air. Just attacked. It did not survive. So unfortunately, the problem with this setup is that I reduced the damage I have just in the first volleys. But like, you can see how it's just like a couple blocks. So for a couple blocks worth, I removed 6 duo towers, which is okay. Like that's not bad. I think that's worth the sacrifice. And I did sacrifice some of my silicone production in order to have the power to do this, but I think it was worth it. This is awesome. I'm not worried. Like, I could actually just like swap it back for a little bit and just keep building large copper walls. But the nice thing about this is I can just chill. I don't have to worry about it. Like, let's look at the base. So I have 2K of silicone, which is really what I'm here for. I do need more graphite, but I don't really need it launched so bad. Silicone is what I really, really need. So what I'm thinking I might do is actually do this. I guess I could have just blown up the walls. That's what I should have done. Oh well. Whatever, those things. Now, this might be more efficient anyways. There wasn't enough copper going here anyway. Or coal. I keep calling it copper. Let's do this, though. So, just to make the coal go here a little bit better, I'm going to distribute half of it over here. I guess I could have just done that in the first place. These would just only produce once they're full. So maybe I didn't have to blow those up at all. Anyway, so now I'm only sending 1/4 of the total amount of coal over to these graphite presses. So they're going to not produce very fast at all. So I just reduced my production of silicone, graphite. And this guaranteed that I have more coal going to these guys. Now, unfortunately, I still don't have the power to support having more silicone production, but I am making them produce faster. Like my power is like right there on the edge. When all three of those are firing, it's just like, it's right there. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to like fast forward. I'm waiting until wave 60, so I'm going to go watch this, but I'm pretty much I'm going to try and stall for it. I think I got this. This is fine. We'll see. Occasionally, by the way, some of these missions have boss waves. The boss waves are horrible. They're so bad. I have not seen anything like that on this map yet. We'll see what happens, but I'm just going to hang out here. One thing I could do is I could make an alpha mech pad. Oh, yeah, here we go. Build time, 30 power per second. What if I built it? And then, what I'm thinking is, what if I deactivate this after I've already changed? Can I do that? So now I'm an alpha mech. Okay, let's check this out. So now I can shoot like crazy. I can only walk on land, so I can do like this. But I'm not using the power of the alpha mech pad. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hang out over here. I'm behind the wall, so I'm totally safe. Air is totally going to get destroyed. Nothing can happen to it. I'm just a ground unit now. But I can just blow up these guys. Check this out. Honestly, my shots look kind of similar to them. Supposedly, this guy does a lot of damage. I haven't really messed with it too much. I've been playing this with friends, and they've been using this, and they said it was awesome, but I haven't really messed with it. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward in the recording, because this has already gone on for a while, but I'm just going to hang out till this. I might even skip wait. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to get as much silicone as possible, so I'm going to wait. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording for now, and I'll, like, pop back in once things get nasty. Let's see what wave 40 is here in a second, though. It might be a boss or something. 24 enemies, that doesn't look like too big a deal. Whatever. There's a blob of them. It's fine. It's just a blob. There's air units. They totally got demolished. Oh, it's a big unit. Look at that guy. Big guy. Ooh, he like shoots a volley of stuff. Oh, I see. He leaves slag. He shoots slag and it burns stuff. Okay, that's fine. I have healing. So whatever. It's still burning too. How long does it burn for? Does it stop? Like, there we go. Alright, well that's not too bad. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to totally fast forward. I'm actually going to, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this recording and start recording again just so I don't have like gigs and gigs of nothing happening. So I'll start recording again when it gets close to 50. Whoa, I just saw a boss health bar up here. So, started the recording again. Big guy. Big bro. Die. Oh wait, wow, okay. That didn't last very long. So I realized belatedly one of the things I forgot to do was build a pylon here to power this. I built this mender, but I didn't power it earlier. So I switched to this dude, and I've just been wandering around. I decided to move over here because I'm shooting straight towards them, rather than if I'm shooting over here, then I'm like, they walk past me and I'm missing them. I have to like adjust for it a lot and stuff. So now I can just aim straight and I just hit them all. Yeah, so everything's great. I am stalling. The reason is because I'm trying to get as much silicone as possible. The reason is because I'm trying to launch with, actually, that's sort of weird. I was looking up here trying to see if I could look at, you know how this shows how much lead and copper I have. So I have 4K, like, I have graphite, I have 1.6K. I'm like, how much silicone do I have? And I realized I didn't have any buildings that have silicone. I'm like, why don't I have any silicone building? Oh, because I haven't researched them yet. That's why I'm doing this mission, is to get silicone. So I felt silly. But yeah, these guys are getting a little bit nasty now. These big guys drop slag, whatever, and they burn for a long time. My walls are still really happy, though. There's enough healing here that it's okay. Like, this wall's getting mowed over by this slag. It doesn't like that at all, but it's okay. The air keeps, like, shooting stuff over here in the top left. I thought I should just walk over here real quick and see, like, what the health was of these walls. They're fine. Like, what is it? Like, they've only damaged this one a little bit, and it's not even close to... I was, like, toying with the idea of, like, do I come up here and, like, try to... In fact, I think some of these are not full on ammo. I think some of these routers are broken, but whatever. It's fine. They have enough ammo in here. That's fine. Yeah, everything's blowing up, though. So yeah, that up area is fine. I think these guys shoot every once in a while. They're also not filling up with ammo. I think some of these routers sometimes break. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's sometimes when I add too many at a time or something, it doesn't like it. Too many routers at a time. Sometimes it gets unhappy. I think actually having these little sidewalls is actually like a good strategy. It just diverts some of the damage, because if they were all focus firing this, I think it would die. Because they're splitting some of their attack damage with this one right here. This one doesn't do anything. It protects these towers, but it's just a distraction tower, and I have just enough healing here just to keep these alive, and that allows this one to survive. I think this is seriously the best way to do it. Like, if I had just a solid wall right here, I think they would focus fire, and I'd have to rebuild one of these walls every time. The only thing that would be better is if I had this instead other way around. If this was going this way, and then it went back this way. Because then they'd have to go the long way around, and then they'd finally... So if they were focus firing this, then they were like trailing their damage all the way across this, and then they finally get into the zigzag and start going over this way and start going down. That would be a little bit more powerful. I don't feel like moving it all around, though. So I'm just going to leave it as is, but that would be better. This wall is starting to die, though. I think it'll be fine, though. I think I'll totally make it to 60, no problem. I actually don't know how much silicone I have now. I'm just going to launch with whatever it has. I'm sure it wasn't producing very fast, so I bet you I probably have 1,500 something, maybe by now. We'll see how much I leave with. I think I probably need at least 1,000. Like, I think the last resource, like lead or graphite, I used, I want to say 4,000. I actually don't know for graphite. For lead, I used like 4,000, 5,000 lead for that upgrade, for all the stuff in the tech tree. In fact, I can just look. I don't know. Does time still pass when I'm doing this? Wait, is it full? Wait, no way. No way. Is it full? I must see now. Give it power. Switch. Unpower. Okay, let's go see. Am I full? I am. Okay, so this does show. So you go tech tree, now it shows how much you get. All right, well, I'm done at that point. So what I should do, I should totally just wait. Now, the other thing I could do is I could start routing silicone over here to start doing... Do I do it? I kind of feel like doing it just to show, just because it might be kind of fun. Show the sniper towers. So let's do like this. Whoa, what are you doing? What? There we go. Resume building. I don't know why it was paused. Overflow gate. Boom. And then junction. Boom. And then overflow gate. Junction. Is this silly? I'm gonna have 2 conveyors of silicone. This will get it there real fast. I'm paused. We'll see. I'm just gonna build it all the way. I'll probably fast forward through all this. Oh, hey, you know, since the coal is not producing like crazy, since it's not going into the silicone like crazy anymore, I guess I can make more graphite. I mean, I might as well. It's not doing anything for me. And then we'll just junction like crazy here. Nope, nope. No, we won't. We will not junction like crazy there. You know, let's just blow this up. Whatever. Who cares at this point? Let's do that. Boom. I have copper for days. Like, this is the end of the map anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. The problem with this, actually, this is kind of silly of me to do this, I guess. This is going to use silicone. Which silicone well, actually, no, it doesn't matter. They don't cost silicone. It's just taking my silicone production. So yeah, it's fine. Because I'm at the end of the map. So I don't need to produce anymore because I'm already launching with everything. I just want to show how nasty this is going to be. So stupid. Once this gets done crafting or whatever, it'll just be like, kaboom! That's the sound it makes. Lots and lots of silicone. By the way, is it bringing silicone? It is. Look at all that silicone. It's beautiful. Most beautiful thing you've ever seen. We will do this. Actually, I guess I need both of these over here, huh? Ugh, such a roundabout, like, that took a while to figure that out. I might just, like, skip all of my building of all this stuff. But yeah, so I'm building... Oh, that's a problem. No! Okay, stab it. What I'm gonna do is wait until this gets a little closer. Delete all that once. Okay. Give me silicone. Okay, I think I'm done. I think... Okay. After much, like, shenanigans, I think I'm good now. So we got silicone loading up in hails. Oh, yeah. So hails take no power, but you can give them liquid. Liquid will make them attack faster, right? Increases their speed by 40%. Cryofluid increases it by 90%. So that's great. So these are all filling up with the stuff. Look at the range on these puppies, though. So what I was saying in the last mission is I could do something like have them way over here, even. Just have a whole bunch of them, and then have a bunch up here. So if I had like a bunch of hails right here, they're like passing through here, they're dying way before anything else happens. The one thing that's sort of sad about that, though, is if they're, like, these might miss, I guess. If they're, like, you know, they shoot here, again, it means they're still traveling, and so then they miss. If they have, some of the attacks do splash damage. In this particular case, I'm using silicone. Silicone is a homing attack, so they'll shoot and it'll go whew, spin around and hit them. This is all excess production, but look how nasty this is. That's all hails attacking. Like, these guys barely are attacking at all. Boom. So, like, these guys didn't even get a chance to fire. That's all silicone. Now, again, because I have max silicone right now in my base, I don't have any more that I can take with me. So what I'm doing is I'm producing a lot of, what I should do, actually, let's do like this, just to make super sure. Let's do like this, overflow gate, junction. And now we'll go like this. Boom, 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 boom. So if I can't produce any more silicone, if this fills up, these conveyors, if they did fill up, then, and because I'm totally full on silicone ammo, these will stop producing, and instead it will send all the coal to the bottom to make graphite. Not that I expect that to happen, but just the principle of the thing. We're going to leave it wave 60. I was a little worried about doing this. I thought that, like, I wouldn't be able to survive. I think I'm okay. I think. I'm actually not sure about that. I might be in trouble. I think I'm okay, though, right? What do you guys think? And just for the extra firepower, you know, because I need it, I'm going to turn into an alpha. Ooh, okay. That'll be great. I was just looking in the menu real quick. So under setting... Ooh, it's full. Hey, look at that. That means I'm going to start getting graphite soon. Anyways, so what I want to check out is I was looking in settings real quick, under graphics. I was curious if there was any HUD stuff, like I could change the display. I was curious if I could see the, like, the stuff I have in my core right now. I was wondering if there's some way I could see it. You can go to it by this method. You go to the tech tree and it shows what you're going to currently launch with. So this is what's actually in the core at this exact moment, which is fine. It's kind of weird to have to go to your tech tree to see that, though. So I wish you could just press escape and you'd see right here. Like, why do I even have to go to this to see that? It's understandable, like, why you'd want to have this information here, so when you're looking at all this stuff. I'm glad they included this. That's an awesome quality of life thing, but why can't I have it right here in the main menu in general? I don't necessarily have to see it all the time. If I just press escape and I can see it, it's just multiple pieces of information in the same spot, which is kind of nice. So I wish they did that. Anyways, I was going to settings, graphics, just to see if there's anything I could click. And check this out. I realized, I was like, power laser opacity. I'm like, oh, so check this out. So I can change it just to make it a little bit less. Now this isn't quite as obnoxious. So when I, like, unhook things, what I'll do is I'll hook this up, and then I can hook it from here to here. Anyway, so now I can see through it a little bit. It's just not quite as obnoxious as it was before because it was 100% opacity. Opacity? Opacity? I don't know. Somebody will correct me. I know.
Opacity.
You know, I was thinking it might be... the reason I was saying opacity is because it's opaque. You know, that's where the root word is from. That's why I was saying that. But opacity makes sense, I guess. Anyways, I just realized I can skip levels. Like, literally the only thing I'm worried about is just making... is silicone. Like, I can go back and I can tell it to stop making silicone because now I have this backlog of silicone. But look at how nasty this is. These hails are just stupid. Boom. Everything dies before it even gets close to my defense. These are getting hit a little bit, like no damage at all. Skip levels. While these are loading up. They ran out of some ammo, but it's fine. Anyways, so silicone's kind of nasty. And again, this takes coal, 1 coal, and 2 sand. I think, or maybe it's just 1 of each. Okay, silicone, 1 coal, 2 sand. Again, sand, as you saw, like, I made a crazy amount of sand production, and it's like sand production, bleh, did I say protection? Sand production, and it made, I just have it full all the time. And I have it inputting on multiple spots, so it's just like full all the time. Boom, let's see it. So now I have unlocked salt flats. Unable to launch until these enemies are defeated. There were some big guys here a little bit ago. There's 3 of them at once, and these hails just blew them up. It was so fast. There's those kamikaze guys. These big guys right here. The hails just destroyed them earlier. Like, what is this, dude? So here's the thing. Like, they cost stuff to build these guys. I'm just gonna launch. Like, I'm done. You want to launch? Yes. Boom. So I almost got 2,000 graphite. It was amazing. Rank SS. That was actually really easy. I thought that was going to be super hard. Or like to wait till 60. I was kind of concerned. Okay. So I need to complete missions in this to unlock this level. This one, I need a whole bunch of other things unlocked. I think this requires other resources I don't have. All right. Exciting part. Let us see what we got in the tech tree. All right. Everything looks so weird because it's all over the place. Steam generator. Oh man, this is like my favorite power thing ever. So what this takes is you put in one of these ingredients, basically always coal or spores, and I'll explain those in here in a little bit. So you put in coal, and then ideally spores otherwise if you, as an alternative. These are probably bad to put in there, I'm assuming. They might have some other benefit. I don't think so, though. And then you also need water. So as long as you have water and you have coal, it produces 360 power. Okay, so look at this. This requires combustion, takes 1 coal, makes 60 power. So if you have water, it gives you 360 power. Like, wait, what? So it's just better. It just is better. Significantly better. You have to have water, though. So you have to have water nearby. Now, interesting thing to know, though, so we got this bad pump right here. Really cheap pump. It costs 15... Oh, I never made metal glass. Oh, no. I was going to make metal glass on that level. Right? I went straight to silicone and I skipped metal glass. I had big plans of doing it. Oh, no. Aww. Oh, okay, whatever. I'll figure that out. No, that's sad. No. Okay, anyways, you have a pump. It costs copper, metal glass. Metal glass is actually easier to make than silicone. Dang it. I should have done that. Oh, well. So anyways, check this out. It makes 6 units of water. The steam pump requires 3 units of water. So if you have one of these, it's just like 1 by 1. It's super cheap. It doesn't really cost hardly anything. 1 by 1. So you have one of those, you go, bloop, put a little block of that. You have a steam generator, boom, boom, right next to it. And you feed coal into it, and you get 320, 360 each. So it gives you tons of power. Like, literally, the amount of power I had I was eating, I think, 4 or 5 coal on combustion. I'm using 1 coal, and I'm producing this much. And the only other cost is just having water nearby somewhere. So if you route some coal over to some steam generators and you just go and like router it in and have this blowing that up, you get so much more. It's just such a huge upgrade. So like once you get some metal glass going, like metal glass is like the step right after. I actually skipped it on accident. I was supposed to go graphite and then metal glass and then silicone. I was trying to go to silicone first to get power so that I could get the menders, so I could heal my towers. That was why I was doing that. I can't believe I forgot that. That is so sad. Because metal glass takes... what does it take? It's a kiln. It's lead. Right? Lead and sand, that's it. Oh, dude, I had so much lead there at the end. Ah, so sad. It's so cheap. Oh well, I'll do it next time. We'll get metal glass, it'll be fine. Okay, so steam generator, getting that. Awesome. Super awesome upgrade. Solar panels, requires silicone and lead. This only provides a very small amount of power, 3.6. Now, the reason this is cool, at first I was trying to figure out, like, why would you even want solar panels? Like, they're just not very efficient, it's kind of expensive. You have silicone, it's like, whatever. Like, silicone you don't even have for a while. By the time you can make silicone, you can already make steam generators, you know what I mean? Like, why would you even want that? A couple reasons. It doesn't take coal, so if you're starving for coal, like I was in this last mission, for example, it gives me options. And you look at, like, say, for example, I was like full on silicone there at the end, right? So say I could power my menders. It takes 18 power per mender. So if I have I just make like a big old swath of this, I spend like 300 silicone and whatever, 50 coal or whatever. Yeah, spend like 100 of this, 150 of that. Boom, you just make 10 of these, and I'm making, I guess it's only 36 power for 10, or 360 or something. Whatever. You make a bunch. Whatever. Regardless, you make enough to power those. And you can make something off-grid. So I could have my defense over here, and I don't have to worry about them destroying nodes. So, like, all the way, if they destroy an air unit, destroys a node somewhere else, I don't have to worry about that because I have silicone, like, offset somewhere else. Like, it's just away from everything else. So you don't have to make this big, long line of power nodes going everywhere. So basically, solar panel is good for off-grid power. Who'd have thought, is what I discovered. Also, fun fact, you can make solar panels touching something. As long as it's in contact with it, it provides power. So if you have, like, you don't really have this yet, but if I have a pump, it goes somewhere down this tree later on. Once I get this one, I can get rotary pumps. Rotary pumps are 2x2 blocks, and they require 9 power. So if you have a couple of these nearby, and you have some of them touching it, you can pump a whole bunch of water in a very small amount of space, and your power is already supplied. You don't have to bring a big old chunk of power all the way over to it. You just are ready to go. But yeah, it's awesome. Dagger Mech Factory. This allows you to make dagger mechs, which are an attack mech. I don't really have a use for this for the current missions we have, but this will send stuff to the enemy core. I don't really have anything to say about it, just basic ones. Command Center. Oh yeah, this is to issue commands to the dagger mechs, which doesn't really matter. This is another attacking one. I actually have not used these before. I don't really want to spend all my silicone on these yet. I want these kind of things. Launch pad. This is awesome. Launches batches of items without any need for a core launch. So what this means is I can send stuff in the middle of a mission to my launched items. What's cool about that is in the middle of a mission, I can, for example, send, like say metal glass, for example. I wasn't meta glass, excuse me. I keep saying metal glass because that's what I thought it was this whole time. Meta glass. If I was launching meta glass instead of sending it to the core because I'm not building anything that requires it, I can just immediately go into my tech tree like this and I can research stuff in the middle of a mission. So for any new resources moving forward, I should totally be launching everything right at the beginning. Nope. I can't actually get the large one, but yeah, regular munch. What's the difference? This one goes up to 100 items, and it has to wait 16 seconds between each launch. One cool thing you can do with this too is you notice how I was full on copper and lead and stuff there at the end? Like it was totally backed up for days. So like I was full on copper like on wave 20 or something like that, and then I had 40 more waves where I was doing nothing with copper. But the fun thing about this is there at the end you put some overflow gates and have it go towards these launch pads. So if the core needs it, it goes through. If it doesn't need it and it's full, it goes to a launch pad. And you need some power though. It takes 60 power, which is kind of a lot. But again, if I have water on the map, I can make steam, so it's great. If I don't have water, that last mission was a desert mission, so I wouldn't have had that option. Okay, this one, Lancer. Lancer is a more powerful arc. It's 2x2. It also has more range. Like, let's see where the range is. It's, there it goes, 19. So, just to put it in perspective for you, the Duo is 12, I think? 12.5. The Hail, which is that really long range one, this guy is 28. So this guy is, the Lancer is 19. Well, it's basically 20, whatever. So it's not quite double what the Duo is. This one, what it does is it fires, it takes a couple seconds for it to charge up. It's like, and it shoots this beam that pierces through enemies, and it does a lot of damage. I'm actually not sure how much damage it does. But yes, it's very expensive as far as power. And you can speed it up by 40% with water, or 90% with cryo fluid. But yeah, really cool. It shoots really fast, or not really fast, shoots slow, only attacks grounds, piercing. This is a good AoE tower. Again, kind of the difference is like single target. I'm actually not sure if this is single target or multi-target. I'm not actually sure. What does this cost again? Coal? Ugh, it's bad. But anyway, Silicone was cool with this, as you saw, like all the hail attacks, because I was using Silicone, they were all homing in that last mission. It was awesome. Shock Mine. I've actually never used this. Alright, Cultivator. Now this is awesome. Check this out. So cultivators, it costs copper and lead, which is whatever. It costs a little bit of silicone, which is fine. That's not bad. Then it takes a lot of water. So you need a ton of water going into it. And what it produces is a spore. Spore is another burnable material. I can burn it in combustion generators to make power. Or, because it takes spore pods, or I can use it for steam. So here's a fun thing for you. Let's check this out. So a cultivator, whatever that is, cultivator takes 48 power to power. It takes water, and then it creates spores. So if you can get enough power to get it started, it'll create spores. Yeah, anyway, this takes power, okay? It takes about 2.5 cultivators to power a steam generator. Steam generators provide 360 power. So as long as you have enough power to get it, so you need like 150 power. So as long as you have 150 power just somewhere on the map, which is, say, 3 combustion generators. If you have 3 combustion generators burning coal, you get enough power to power 3 cultivators. You have the cultivators creating spores, they start powering a steam generator, and then this is providing power for itself. Does that make sense? Because this provides 360. So you use 150 power, about-ish, to power the cultivators, and the remaining power is free. So you get whatever, you get 200 power for that, a little bit over that. So it's pretty good. It's pretty sweet. It's like not ideal. Ideally, you're burning coal because coal is cheaper. If you have enough coal on the map, that's what you want to burn. But if you have a lot of water, you can create spores and you can burn them in steam. That makes sense? So it's sort of this weird thing. So you get so you get coal, you quickly do this, then you quickly do that. You need silicone though, and I think you need a little silicone for this too. Yeah, you do. So once you get to silicone, build cultivators, build this, then destroy your combustion generators to get your coal back, so you can send that into production for silicone or something, and then you're good to go. So yeah, cultivator plus steam is a nasty combination. Once you can get, you know what I mean? It's sort of this weird thing. You like build these just to get the power to build this, and then it lets you make this, and it makes this like crazy like synergy thing. It's super cool. I think it's super exciting. It makes me really happy. Spore press. This is cool too. This guy turns spores into oil. So you take water and power and turn it into spores. Spores go into a spore press, which makes oil. Oil is another resource for a wave turret, which sets things on fire. Whatever this is, wave turret. Oil, oh, it makes them tarred. Never mind, it slows them, which is cool. That's a cool thing. It's low range, I think. How long is this, actually? 13 range. That's about the same as a duo turret, but it slows stuff, so that could be really nasty. If it's zigzagging through a maze, it could be really nasty. You have a couple of those. Honestly, if you're going to do that, ideally what you do is you have them spread out, so it slows like everybody instead of, if you have them all, you have a whole bunch of these in one spot, it's not going to be as effective, I bet you. I wonder how long the slow lasts. Does it say? It doesn't say how long tar status effect lasts for. You'd almost, actually, ideally, here's a comment, you'd almost want the wave tower a little bit out of range. Like you want it to be where, as they're starting to get into your maze, this just barely has in range. So the reason is because otherwise it's going to keep attacking the same target, you know? Like, they're like, let's say they're moving through here. They're like, meow. You don't want it, like, you don't want your towers right here, so it's like, shooting at the same guy. You actually want your wave turret over here, so that just the tip of its radius is touching. So that way, as soon as this guy gets in range, it shoots, and then now that guy's out of range. The next guy comes into focus, and then he shoots at him, and then he's out of range. So if you spread out your towers and make them just out of the outside of the radius, I bet you that's better. I don't actually know. I haven't actually used wave turrets. I'm just assuming in case the AI is stupid. Just a comment on strategy as far as placement. Maybe I'll use them this next time. I don't know. But yeah, that's interesting. Oil is kind of cool. All right. Freezing is probably better with cryofluid. Cryofluid's more expensive though. So where were we at? Spore press. Yeah. So it makes oil. Now oil can do a couple interesting things. You can turn it into plastanium. Is really important. Coal. So you can make coal with oil, which is kind of weird. It only takes 2.7 oil to do that. This makes 6 oil, but it takes 1 spore. So it's kind of weird. If you have water and power, you can make spores. If you have spores, you can make oil. If you have oil, you can make coal. It's a super roundabout, weird way, but you could make tons and tons of coal. Now, generally speaking, if you're just doing it for power, it's much more beneficial. Like, this is kind of silly to be burning it in the steam generator if you have lots of coal available to you, and you definitely don't want to be doing this. But you could generate coal in order to make silicone or make other things, you know what I mean? So that's why you'd want it. You want coal to make silicone and graphite. So, kind of a weird thing. You could have water and power, or like once you can start getting the steam, you can use spores to make power, and then it turns water into spores, which turns it into oil, which turns it into coal, which turns it into silicone. Like, such a weird, like, roundabout way of doing it, but like, it's pretty cool. Once you get it going, there's a lot of like, where you upgrade in tiers of technology. It's pretty fun. So yeah, this is a cool thing. We're going to start going into that. Okay, I'll go ahead and upgrade these. These are the final things I can get right now with silicone. Next mission, I will definitely get metaglass, and I will get the next resource as well, which is probably titanium. Okay, command center. Command center allows you to issue commands to all allied units across the map. And then Titan Mech produces advanced armored ground units. I haven't actually messed with these guys at all. My friends have used these because they were doing offense. I was doing economy when I was playing with my friends. So I was making silicone and stuff and pyrotite for them, and then they were doing all the power stuff. I was doing all the steam stuff, and they were dealing with the defenses and the offense stuff. All right, we're done with this video. That's the end of this mission. So we completed Desert Wastes. Oh, got to wave 60. That was awesome. The only thing that was sad is I didn't make metaglass. Oh my gosh, it was just sand and lead. I had so much. Okay, well, I will definitely do it the next mission. So we have options of either... Actually, I should unlock things. Let's check this out. So this one requires that we have the pneumatic drill, power, and we need steam. Uncover. The Stained Mountains. This has titanium and such on it. Start with a little bit of coal and stuff like that. I actually can't see anything else, but yeah. There's a lot of water in here. I don't know if you can see it so well. There's a bunch of water down here in the bottom right corner, and there's like a river running through the middle. Tons of water. So we're going to make tons of steam. We're going to have power for days. So we're totally going to make... we're going to go to the core database instead, actually, this time. We can totally make Lancers this time. We can afford that for sure. So frontline defense is going to be that. We're going to use power instead of copper. And then we'll use probably something for hail towers. Maybe even use pyrotite. We'll see. So you have hail behind and they just blow everything up. I might do Scorch. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Otherwise, it might be kind of fun to build some build some oil so that I can make... Oh, never mind, I don't even have access to wave turrets. Okay, but I am going to get titanium, and I'm going to launch it as soon as possible because I can start getting some of the research. In particular, I really want... the one thing you have to have, you gotta have it. This guy. Titanium conveyor. Advanced transport block moves items faster than a standard belt. I'm actually not sure on the speed. I think it's 2 or 3 times as fast as a regular belt. Super nice. Like, this is a complete game changer. So, we're gonna build a launcher as soon as possible, which requires silicone. So tech up to silicone, research, or get a launch pad, start launching titanium as soon as possible, and then get the research for this. The rest of the titanium will be in the base, so we'll have thousands of titanium by the time that, yeah, anyways, that's gonna be the plan. So that's gonna be the plan for this mission. I don't know if I'll do that right away, though. We also need to do the crater, which I have to do before I can unlock this guy. I can't see this yet to see how far I need to be in the crater. This requires wave 15. I don't know. You might only need this one, though. We'll see. I'm not sure what's going on here, why it's grayed out like that. Maybe it unlocks after I've done all these? Okay, this one requires wave 15 in the craters. This one requires these other things that I don't have yet. Okay. So wave 60, I did that. Alright, so I have to do either crater or this guy. Now this has scrap. Scrap. Do I have... Here's another fun thing. I was talking about this before. Is melters... Oh, I need metal glass. Okay, well, if I can get conduits... I don't have to have it, I guess. It would help. If I can get conduits, I can make melters and kilns to... Or, no, incinerators and melters to turn scrap into titanium. So here's a fun thing. I don't have titanium. I have titanium only on this map, as far as that I can drill. But this map will allow me to get titanium from scrap. And so does this one, actually. But I can't access it just yet. Anyways, we'll do that next time. So I'll decide in the next video if we're going to do either desert wastes or crater. Or not, sorry, not desert wastes. Don't do that one again. If we're going to do... Actually, it's these two. Stain Mountain. So scrap or titanium. If I remember correctly, this one's pretty easy. This one's pretty hard. Like, you have to get pretty high. Wave 15. Oh, is that it? Wave 15? If I only have to get to wave 15, it might be worth just, like, going for it. Just, like, boom, get as much titanium as possible. In fact, maybe even, like, rush for titanium, and then just build enough defense to survive, and then, like, launch at wave 10 or something, and then redo the mission real quick. We'll see, whatever. I'll see you guys next time. It is late now, so I'm gonna go to bed. You guys have an amazing day. It's been awesome. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe and stuff like that, and see more videos like this in the future. Because I do lots of walkthroughs and let's plays, etc. It's amazing. I also stream on Twitch all the time too. So life's good. As always, you guys are awesome. Have an amazing day, and I will see you next time.